Hello everyone, Tony Walsh here and welcome back to Walsh Farms, and in today's video we're going to make some homemade applesauce. Okay, so we're using a mixture of apples, and it is, Jackie's going to have to remind me again, my memory is that short. Gala, Honey Crisp, and Red Delicious. So that's the three kind of apples we're going to use. So the first step in this process is, disregard the light bulb and all that, is we're going to weigh out 12 pounds of apples for one batch. Okay, so we've weighed those two bowls out, and they are 24 pounds of apples. So that is two makings of our recipe, and I'll include a recipe in the description of this video, so that way if it's something you want to try, you're more than welcome to use ours or tweak it to your taste. I like a little more cinnamon than most folks. We put a little extra dash, but if cinnamon's not something for you, you can cut back on it. Okay, so Jackie's got the apples washed, and she is fixing to hook up a, what is this thing called?
It's apple machine.
It's called an apple machine, but it's going to peel, and does it core too? Mm-hmm. So it peels and cores the apples. So she's gonna, and slices it. So she's gonna hook it up on the table, and she's gonna do a couple, and then it's up to me to do the rest of them. And we got this off of Amazon, so I'll go and put an Amazon link into the description of this video. But we've already used it a couple of times. It works slick as a button, so I just thought we'd share this with you as well. So it's just like a little vise that connects onto the side of the table.
And this right here is the blade that's going to take the peeling off. Right here. Make sure you go all the way through, then that way it'll cut the apple and it pulls. And there's the core.
And then it just cuts the apples in little rings. And then they'll go into a bucket of water to keep from turning. Bucket of water with fruit fresh to keep from turning brown while we do the rest of them. So very simple to do. And if you have an apple with a soft spot, you can just go through and cut it out with a knife, and we'll find one in just a moment to do that with. So here's apple number 2. Let's find one with a soft spot. Some people would just probably throw this apple in the trash and not use it, and we may end up doing that. But first, Jackie's going to show you how she cuts the pieces out, which is if you use hand slicing the way most people would do it anyways. And this is one of these apples that you just may do hand slicing and not use in the peeler.
It's not going to work because it's already broke.
All right, see, it's not going to, see, that one's not going to work because it's already chopped up too much. So an apple like this, just do it the old-fashioned way. But out of 24 pounds of apples, if we only have to do a couple by hand, it's worth the time and weight in gold for what this thing costs. Yeah, you saw I was just having problems with those two apples right there. What it is, the core has gotten too soft, and when it hits the blade to peel it, the apple wants to twist in there because the core is soft and the three little prongs can't grab a hold. So we just have to set them to the side, and we'll have to do those by hand. One other thing while we're stopped right here is when you want to reset this after it, you can mash this back, and then that pulls back so you don't have to unscrew it. The other nice thing about this is I'm actually left-handed, and I'm doing this as a right-handed setup because that's the way Jackie set it up, and it is still simple for me to use. So we still have a lot more apples to go, so let's get going.
Okay, now we have the apples in a 12-quart pot, and I have added 2 cups of water to it. Now I'm going to bring it to a boil over medium-high heat, then reduce it so it will be boiling gently and stirring occasionally for the next 5 to 20 minutes until the apples get tender and soft. Okay, the apples have been cooking on low for about 30 minutes now, and now I'm going to use my hand blender and blend it all up into applesauce. Okay, now that I have got the applesauce pureed, I'm going to add in 8 tablespoons of lemon juice from the bottle. And you cannot use fresh lemons in this because you don't know the acidity balance, so you have to use bottled lemon juice. And this is to help from the apples turning and everything. And now I'm adding 4 cups of sugar, and then we'll taste it after it comes back to a boil to see if it is sweet enough. If not, I'll add more sugar.
And why are you adding more sugar?
Oh, they wasn't sweet enough to my taste.
Now, if you was going to put cinnamon in there, when would you put the cinnamon?
You could put it in here now. But since this is 2 batches, I'm going to do some original, and then I'll come back and add some cinnamon after I jar some of the applesauce. still taping. Okay, now I'm getting ready to put the applesauce in the jars. And after this is done, then we'll end up doing a water bath for 20 minutes. And fill them to where you'll have a 1/2 inch space from the top. And you have to make sure also that you got all the air pockets out. Now that I got it in the water bath, now that it's come to a boil, I'll set the timer for it to do its water bath for 20 minutes. And then after that, after 20 minutes, you turn the stove off, remove your lid, and let it finish processing, sitting in there for 5 minutes before you remove it from the water bath.
Okay, we got them all done. So what we ended up with was 6 cinnamon. Jack?
Yes.
So we ended up with 6 cinnamon and 7 plain ones. So we'll set them overnight and start chowing down on them tomorrow. Okay, so as you can see here, we still got tomatoes on the tables. We still got to do something with those. Got some grapefruits here. That was given to us by a neighbor, but you've seen the grapefruits at my mom-in-law's. We gotta pick tomorrow or Monday. And then we got some grapefruits and lemons here that we're trying to figure out something to do. So still got a lot of canning going on here, so I hope you like this video on how to make homemade applesauce. Check out some of our other videos. Check out our channel as a whole. Give us a like if you're a new viewer. Subscribe to us if you're an existing subscriber. We thank you for your support. But until then, everyone take care and God bless.